Hi everyone, welcome back to another Van Life Morocco vlog.
This is actually Lauren and Lewis from the future. We had already filmed the intro to this vlog, which was going to be us driving to the Sahara, but something happened along the way and I'll get Lauren to explain.
So what you're going to see in a minute is us attempting to drive to the Sahara Desert from where we were in Madelt, which is like inland Morocco, all the way to Mazouga, which was going to be our end destination. But we pulled over at a cafe on a main road just along the way to have a quick lunch and try our first ever tagine. And what happened next was basically just magical, and this whole vlog is going to be our experience after stopping at that cafe. So hope you enjoy and see you on the other side.
Let's show you the van.
So cool.
Surfboard's still holding on the back there. Van's looking a bit dirtier than it was when we were in Spain.
But yeah, another 2-hour drive, and let's go to the Sahara Desert.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Just a quick stop before we head through the middle of these two massive mountains. The scenery is just unreal. Just stopped for our first tagine with olives, with a tagine with couscous and beef with veg.
The beef was so tender. I don't know why we didn't film it. We've literally demolished the entire thing.
It was so good.
Really nice. Ooh, does that rain? It's about to rain, I think.
I think it's about to tip it down. It's a bit grey over there. It's been following us. But yeah, while we were eating,
Loads of bread left over as well.
they've said that we can park the van just over there, which is really nice of them. So I think we're going to take them up on their offer and park there for the night.
Yeah, they've got Wi-Fi, there's toilets, a nice little spot, there's CCTV all over the restaurant, so feel nice and safe. Yeah, I think we'll do that and then carry on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Morning everyone. Well, it's actually afternoon. It's about
It's actually 2 o'clock.
1:30. Successful night. We stayed at the cafe, so van's parked just behind us over there, and they've actually welcomed us to stay for 1, 2, 3, 4
nights.
They basically
weeks,
said
months.
stay as long as you want, make yourself at home, use the toilets. We've been sat out here in the sun all day, and they've just brought over some Moroccan tea on the house. You can buy headscarves ready for the desert over here. We're parked just there. And then the views are just mountains. There's Lewis, little tourist. Sat there with hardly any clothes on. We're trying to be as respectful as possible, but I'm sat here in all black with a little scarf around my shoulders. And I'm absolutely sweating. Yeah, so lovely here. We could easily stay here a few days, I think. Well, we already are, but a few more. And we've also been invited to 2 dinners from 2 different staff members. Mustafa and Adnan have both said you can stay for dinner or come to mine for dinner, so we'll vlog that later if that happens, because that will be really lovely if we get invited in for a nice tagine or a nice dinner.
We've also spoken to the boss. He timed one of the staff and wanted to speak to us and said that we're welcome to stay 1 day, 2 weeks, a month.
As long as we want, basically. He was driving through the desert on FaceTime to us saying, you're so welcome to stay, so welcome to stay.
They're so polite and so welcoming, it's so lovely.
Yeah. They're all fighting over the food. They're so cute. This is Mustafa and I am Saida, that's my new Arabic name.
I'm Saeed.
Lewis is Saeed, and Saida means happy.
Happy, mahaba.
Mahaba. Mustafa's just brought us to some hot springs just down the road from the cafe, actually. We didn't even know they were here. We saw something about it on the map. It was literally a 5-minute drive. So we just followed him here on his motorcycle, his motorbike, and there's lots of locals. And apparently the hot springs are good for like your knees and your joints. So let's go and have a little look. Look at the views here, guys. Insane. The weather's amazing. Just love having like all these local experiences. We probably would have driven straight past this on the main road and not known it was here. So it's just amazing to be brought along to it.
Male and female people have to do stuff separate. So at the moment, hot springs are open for me, the male, and then after, I'm not sure at what time exactly, but after, Lauren can then go and have a turn as well. Now
on the way to Mustafa's house. He's invited us to go for dinner with him and his family. I'm not actually too sure how far away it is, but we're currently just following him again on his motorbike. So he's just in front, and yeah, this is just exactly what we were saying about saying yes to experiences. Like, we only pulled over to this cafe yesterday to have a quick bite of lunch, and then we were gonna just carry on, and we've ended up staying the night or two probably at this cafe, being given like tea, conversation all day, just so much hospitality, and then one of the staff members taking us to the hot springs and for dinner at his house. So just proves to say yes to things.
What an experience. We've been showing all the animals, all the horses, the sheep, the chicken, and now we're just on our way, I think, to the local little shop.
We go first.
Still walking into the sunset. I don't think we're going to a shop. I think I misinterpreted the words.
There's definitely no shop
But
around here.
we're going on like a really nice sunset walk just through all the olive fields. So this is the castle of all of the ancestors. Insane. Dinner is served.
Wow,
How
that's
amazing.
Morning, guys. So we have woken up in Mustafa's little village full of the traditional homes. Not gonna lie, we've woken up quite late because we were absolutely knackered from that experience yesterday. So they were waiting outside the van to invite us in for tea for breakfast. It's more like lunch now. So we're gonna go do that, and then we actually don't know what's in store for today, so we will see. We heard that the local souk is open, so thinking he might want to take us to that, which is probably going to be quite overwhelming as well, but we're here for it. We're knackered, but we're going to say yes to everything still.
Day 2.
Day 2, here we go. We've been walking for about half an hour. He's just found the key to this place and let himself in. I feel like he owns the whole village.
So far.
It's a well where they get their water from.
20.
Oh,
Wow.
makes me feel a bit ill. 20 metres.
Oui.
Wow. 2 people.
Well.
2 people dug the hole, made the well, in this random little mud house in front of in the middle of the fields. Got the diesel pump working now, and the fields are being watered. Apparently these are onions, and then they also grow wheat, which they use to make their traditional bread. Never stop being fed. We've got a salad, some lunch, more bread, and I'm sure more tea on the way probably. Okay, so we also had lunch and we finally said our goodbyes. We're still with Mustafa. We're on our way back to the cafe. The scenery, cafe's literally just there in the distance, and the scenery is unreal. But the little girl, Nicholas, was crying, like screaming, crying, because she didn't want to say bye. And the mum gave us a hug, and
They want us to come back. Once we got to the desert, they said, once you go to the desert, come back, we have you again.
Yeah,
They
like,
really
you're
want us
welcome to
stay.
come back, please come back. Like, basically, yeah, like, please come back. But what an amazing 24 hours. And I think the manager of this cafe now we're about to meet is going to help us book some of our Sahara Desert experiences. So we'll let you know how that goes as well. Just at the local souk that's on every Monday. Say hi! It's very busy. We've come too late, there's no tomatoes left. No good tomatoes.
Very different to a market at home. And we probably stand out like sore thumbs, but the odd one's out. We're on the search for the finest fruit and veg. He wants to try and get it all from the same spot. So we're walking around the souk trying to find them the best deal and the best fruit and veg. Got a personal delivery service from the souk to the van. Each street has a different thing going on. You've got some streets with metalwork, some streets with motorbike repairs, then you've got the main souk that has all the fruit and veg. There's so much going on. So glad that we're with Adnan. There's no way we would have come here on our own. We're just loading up the van with everything from the market. We've got potatoes, courgettes, tomatoes. We've got lemons, green beans, olives, peppers. We've made it to Abdul's favourite, and he says the best in Morocco, Casablanca, which is a palace for all the ancestors. Just casually standing on top of the palace. We were just standing on the actual old roof of the mosque. But the scenery is unreal. This isn't on the typical tourist route. We've been taken off the track to this special place. Did not wake up and expect to be brought here today, that's for sure. But this is the old washroom before entering the mosque. And the mosque is just through this room. And it's still standing. Incredible.
Wow. This place is huge.
It
It says that they stopped living here 40 years ago.
It used to house 30 families, and they had like a curfew, so they'd close all the gates and close everything up at about 6 o'clock, and they'd all live amongst a massive community. So we put in a little bit of a shift today working in the kitchen. Lauren was running tables and I've done lots of pot washing, and now we've been treated to lunch with the full team.
We're part of the family now.
Yum. Shukran everyone.
Lewis being put to work again. He's now trying to teach everyone how to make an English coffee.
Starting to work in Morocco.
He's been put to work in Morocco. Today we work in the kitchen, now we're behind the bar. Lewis used to work at Costa many moons ago.
And we will be him in Morocco.
Yeah. Dreaming. Brazil. Okay, hi everyone.
Hello.
So you probably won't have noticed, but it is literally
A week later.
a week later from when we first arrived at the cafe here.
For lunch.
We are still here, still parked in the van outside. We've picked up the camera a few times. I know that I would have inserted clips about going to the Casbah, about going to Mustafa's house.
And the hot spring.
And the hot springs, I think. Maybe a little bit of behind the scenes of us helping and working in the cafe. But honestly, we've just not had the time to pick the camera up, and we've just been having the most amazing local experiences. We have fully been adopted by the staff here.
They don't want us to go. They said stay a day, stay a week, stay a month, just stay as long as you want.
We've stayed a week already, so it's now, we arrived on a Friday evening and it's now Friday afternoon a week later. But yeah, we've been teaching the staff English, they've been teaching us Arabic. I think our Arabic's actually quite good, considering we've only been in Morocco for 2 weeks. Ask for a coffee. Don't come for me in the comments if this is completely wrong, but if I want one white coffee with milk, I would say Wahid Kahara Ma Halib Losamat. That's one white coffee please. Shukran Reserve. Shahidon Shadan is very good. So in the morning we go salam, sava, and they say how they are, and we say Naham, yes. Shahidon Shadan, very good, thank you.
Kedaya is how are you?
So we've been learning Arabic and it's been so nice. We've been literally sat up outside late at night, just out here, just teaching each other our languages. Mustafa's been making us these for the van.
Little woven camels.
Little woven camels. So we now have a couple of these hung up, which is super cute. And honestly, I was laying in bed last night saying to Lewis, like, I'm definitely going to cry. Well, I actually did cry last night, but I will also cry when we have to leave because it just feels like family. We've been in the staff kitchen having lunches with them. I was helping run tables yesterday. Lewis was pot washing all day.
Like, a bit of pot washing again today because it got busy.
Yeah, it's just been a really nice exchange of like just kindness basically. We've been helping them, they've been helping us.
They welcomed us and we just thought, well, let's just help them out. It costs nothing.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Shukran.
We're about to have lunch in the van, which is the first time, this is why I picked up the camera, this is the first time that we have had to cook in over a week. We've not cooked ourselves any food in here once. We've had our full food shop go out of date, which is fine because we've had more than enough free food from everybody else. and all their generosity. But yeah, we're literally just having a little instant pasta quickly for lunch because the guys at the cafe have been super busy today. Yeah, this is the first time we've had to do that in over a week, so that just shows you the generosity and the hospitality here.
They keep giving us bread. We've been given half a dozen oranges, so we've had some of those in the morning. But
baguettes we've had.
Yeah, it's been such a lovely experience. They've been just so welcoming and just so giving. It's so hard to say no. They just want to give.
We also went to the local souk, which you would have seen, and that was to get all of the restaurant's supplies for the week. We were there for about 2 hours, and whilst we were walking around, we got given free olives, oranges, nuts, dates. They just loved us because it wasn't a typical like touristy souk. It was very much a local one. So that was amazing too. I think you would have seen that. But yeah, we'll try and pick up the camera a little bit more. I think we're going to stay a few more days to see some bad weather out, and then we are going to finally move on to the Sahara Desert, which actually might end up being a completely separate vlog. We'll have to see how much we've filmed here and how long this is already.
Welcome.
Professional.
Moroccan tagine.
So we've been at the cafe now for about 10 days and it's the Monday market, so we are off to the souk for the second time to go and get all the restaurant supplies. It's usually crazy, so we will see.
We learned how to do tagine last night, and then this morning I got taught how to make a Berber omelette in a tagine, and that was very tasty. So I didn't actually show any of that in filming, but it was very good.
Yeah. Yesterday I learned how to make a chicken tagine in the kitchen with the 2 female members of staff, but Lewis wasn't able to help. It's just Moroccan tradition that he couldn't get involved whilst we were cooking in the kitchen, but that was really tasty last night. Now we know how to cook these tagine meals. We are on the lookout at the souk today for a little tagine for ourselves for the van. Just one to cook meals for 2, just a little one. Hopefully we can get a good price because we're going to be with Adnan, so we won't get tourist price. Okay, we're back from the souk and we thought we'd do a little haul. So the main thing we went for that we managed to get is our new tagine, which will cook some good meals for 2. And with that, we also got one of the little wicker stands. I'm pretty sure this was less than £1, and the tagine was 25 dirham, which is like £2.10 or something, maybe.
Traditional mugs.
And we learnt the other day at the cafe that the coal tar like painting is to make the water taste really earthy when you have it out of this, so they're traditionally for water. And they said that the water you put in it gets soaked into the actual terracotta and it takes all the bad bits out of the water, which is acts like a filter. Adnan and Mustafa, who we have obviously been staying with for the last week at the cafe, bought us a gift, and it is traditional high quality Moroccan dates, so can't wait to give those a try. That's a really heavy box of those. 2-3 kilos worth of dates, and it's a real sort of honest, I don't know how you say it, like it's a proper, I think it's like a privilege to be gifted dates in Morocco because it's seen as like a high quality item, like a high quality luxury item. Yeah. And then we've got some of these cocoa nuts, which we had a little taster of last time we went to the souk, and we thought we better pick some more up because they were really good. They were so good. We sat in the back of the van one night watching TV and had all of them in one go, so now we've got like a kilo worth of cocoa nuts. We're back at Mustafa's house, and tonight we're having chicken on a stick, chicken kebabs, instead of tagine. So this will be a nice change. We've had a lot of tagine. And now it's an indoor barbecue before. Yeah, it's an indoor barbecue situation. So we're just cooking up the chicken now. Yummy. Chicken.
Chicken.
No, la tagine. La tagine, chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah, no tagine tonight, guys.
Barbecue.
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 Just wanted to come on and show you what we've done for Mustafa and Adnan to say thank you for everything. They've obviously been looking after us for like the last week. They've been so good to us. So good, treating us like family. So went and had some photos printed. And we've dated it and written like a little thank you message on the front. I've tried to do some of it in Arabic, but mainly in English. And we've got, for Mustafa's kids, we've got some different sweets. And then for him, we got one of the photos framed. So he's got like 10 different ones in there from our time with him that he can choose between. And then there's one of all of us here and our favourite one already in a frame. And something we noticed was that in their traditional mud home, they don't have any photographs around the house. They've got some like printed
photo albums.
They've got
like
little albums, yeah, but they've not got any frames. And it might be that they don't want to display it because of the culture. But I tried to research it, and it was seen as generally a nice thing to do for someone in the Berber community.
A thoughtful memory gift of like a special moment or occasion that happened. So we've tried to capture that in a photo we had with Mustafa. And,
so we've done that for him, and we've done the same for Adnan. We took a photo today whilst we were out at the souk with him. So this one is his one. We've got extra photos again, so he can choose. And then this is his one.
Who's sick?
It is Wednesday, and yesterday would have been our 12th day at the cafe, and we've finally left. We're on the road. We're about to head through the Zeus Gorge and the Zeus Valley, which we'll try and show you a bit of because it is amazing. For example, this is the road we're currently on, which is like carved out of the bloody rock face and mountain. Just look at those views.
It's like driving through a Grand Canyon.
It's crazy here. But yeah, it was sad leaving. Actually, we said goodbye to Mustafa at his house when we had dinner yesterday. And our other favourite member of staff, Adnan, has already gone back to his home in Erashidia, which is actually in this direction. So it wasn't as sad leaving, but I still had a few tears from saying bye to the women in the kitchen and stuff that have been so good to us. But like, we just didn't know that that was going to turn into our experience when we stopped off at that cafe.
We've only been in Morocco for 20 days, and 12 of those have been at
the cafe. So everyone's saying hello. It's been absolutely incredible, and actually I think this entire vlog might just be our experience at that cafe because we've been there for so long. So we'll see whether the desert becomes a separate vlog or not. If you're watching this, you'll know by that point. But yeah, onwards towards Mazuga and Erashidia and the desert. We're about to go through the Zeus Valley tunnel.
It's funny actually, we started this vlog as a come with us to drive to the Sahara, and we've not actually made it like even halfway since we started filming that video.
We've only made it like, what, half an hour down the bloody road?
Yeah.
Woo.
So this is actually the start of...
Look at that. Insane. We actually just stopped off at our first little like street coffee van. There's so many of them here in Morocco just on the side of the roads. They kind of set them up in the back of like their vans or their cars. They're like every bloody 100 yards there's like a street coffee van. And obviously we've been learning Arabic at the cafe, so we just stopped and then tried ordering in an Arabic, which we did successfully. It's Itnan, Kahara, Halib, Losamat is 2 coffees with milk, please. But then I said cappuccino to be more specific, and he was like, that's nus-nus. So all I need to say is Itnan nus-nus is 2 cappuccinos, please.
Losamat.
So yeah, Losamat, please. So much easier, but we've just driven a little bit up the road out of the valley to an amazing spot with a view of the entire valley. And I think we're going to sit here and just enjoy our little nus-nus. Yeah, so nice. I'm going to show you the view. Look at that. So you can see the whole gorge and the valley down there. The little town, the little bridge that we've just come over. And I still can't get over how good the roads are. Like, they're actually better than the roads at home.
0 potholes.
No potholes. We're literally driving through the side of a rock, and the roads are better. Like, make it make sense. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy our coffee, but Lewis has already finished.
I've run out of nus-nus.
Cheers me anyway. Cheers. Love ya.
Love ya.
You want a sip of mine?
Yes, please.
It's really good. I wish it was about 10 times bigger, but it's nice. Hey, back to real time. You might recognise us in this spot from the start of this vlog where we've had to refilm the intro because of everything that happened.
Yeah.
But we are currently on the outskirts of Mozooga.
About 20 minutes away.
We can literally see the sand dunes. I would have inserted a clip from our view out the back of the van with sand dunes in the distance. So that is our next stop.
On the last like 12, 13 days of being at the cafe, I've just been so full on, interacting with people and everyone and using the Google Translate to actually have conversations with everyone.
Yeah.
It's been so full on. Like we've been trying to take in so much information.
Amazing, but very like overwhelming and full on. So we're gonna like regroup before we head to the Sahara Desert, because obviously that's gonna be amazing as well, and I'm sure very overwhelming, very busy with activities and stuff. But what you would have seen is a couple of clips of our journey down to this point. We went to Ereshidia, which is like the last kind of big town before you arrive here,
and also where Adnan, our other friend from the cafe, lives.
Yeah, and he had already, I think I explained, he'd already gone home to his house in Ereshidia. So when we arrived there, he kindly invited us round. So we had another cooked meal, met another family. He had 2 young children as well, so we spent the night parked outside theirs in Ereshidia.
Yeah.
He, funnily enough, has now got a new job in a cafe in Mozooga, which is obviously where we're heading in our next vlog in the Sahara Desert. So you'll probably see more of Adnan.
It'll be really strange because we met him at the first cafe we stopped at, and now we're carrying on our journey south and we're going to see him again at another cafe. So it's going to be really strange seeing someone we know.
I said to Lewis that I feel like everything happens for a reason, and it's so strange that he's the best English speaking Moroccan we've met so far. And we spent time with him at the cafe, and we're now kind of following in his footsteps to Ereshidia and then on to Mozooga, and it just so happens that he's going to be there when we arrive. So it'll be nice to have a familiar face in the middle of the Sahara Desert. A bit up, but yeah, this is the end of this vlog.
Like, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for the actual Sahara video that will be coming soon.
I'm sure that one is going to be amazing, and we hope you've enjoyed this one. See you in the next one.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.